I was born a donkey.
It's the donkey of the day.
Look at these donkeys. Bunch of jackasses.
For the donkey of the day.
That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
In my next lifetime, when I get wisdom teeth removed, I'm not coming into work. Just want y'all to know that, by the way.
Okay.
Donkey of the day for Friday, March 31st, goes to former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, a.k.a. I'm Telling. And I don't blame him, okay, because this is bigger than Michael Flynn now. All right, I know you're sitting out there wondering, what is Michael Flynn telling and who is he telling on? Well, we don't know yet, but Michael Flynn has reportedly offered the FBI an interview in exchange for immunity. Yes, Michael Flynn has the FBI and the House and Senate Intelligence Committees said he will agree to be interviewed by officials investigating possible ties between Trump's campaign and Russia in exchange for immunity from prosecution. Now, if you have no idea who Michael Flynn is because you simply can't keep up with this amazing mini-series that is our administration, Michael Flynn was one of Trump's advisors. And in February, he resigned as National Security Advisor after it was revealed he discussed U.S. sanctions with the Russian ambassador to the United States before Trump's inauguration at a time when former President Barack Obama was about to announce the sanctions against Russia due to its meddling in the election. Now, I know you might have read Michael Flynn's lawyer's statements, or you might have just heard what I said and said to yourself, I wish that liberal snowflake Charlamagne would shut the hell up. First of all, I don't claim a set. I'm not a liberal, conservative, nothing. I'm just me. That's number one. Number two, you're telling me to shut the hell up because you're saying to yourself, neither a request for immunity from prosecution nor a grant of immunity constitutes an admission of guilt. Okay, it does not mean the individual seeking immunity has committed a crime, only that he or she fears prosecution on the basis of their words, okay, which absent immunity they would not utter, instead invoking their Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. I know you probably thinking that because you read the statements from Michael Flynn's lawyer where he said, Michael Flynn is the target of public demands by members of Congress and other political critics that he be criminally investigated, and no reasonable person who has the benefit of advice from counsel would submit to questioning in such a highly politicized witch hunt environment without assurances against unfair prosecution. Yeah, I read that BS too. Okay, and all of that is probably true. But the reason Michael Flynn is getting donkey of the day, and the reason Michael Flynn doesn't get to use that as an out, is because back in September 2016, when reports surfaced that aides around Hillary Clinton had been granted immunity by the government in exchange for talking freely to the FBI about Clinton's private email server, Michael Flynn had this to say.
No individual too big to jail. That should include people like Hillary Clinton. I mean, 5 people around her have been given immunity, to include her former chief of staff. When you are given immunity, that means that you've probably committed a crime.
Well, based on your own logic, Michael Flynn.
You told on yourself.
Based on your own logic, we will not allow you to switch up now. Okay, based on your logic, based on what you said, then you probably committed a crime. You made this bed, Michael Flynn, and now you're gonna lie in it. The only thing I hate more than a liar is a liar that's also a hypocrite. Okay, and you, Michael Flynn, are being a complete hypocrite right now. I once read a quote that said, "Hypocrite is the kind of politician who would cut down a redwood tree, then mount the stump and make a speech for conservation." Okay, that's exactly what you are doing right now, Michael Flynn. When you made these comments about Hillary Clinton's aides, you cut down the redwood tree. Now that you yourself are asking for immunity, you're standing by the stump telling us that we have to preserve the trees. Nah, bro. I want you to have that same energy you had in September 2016 when you said this.
No individual too big to jail. That should include people like Hillary Clinton. I mean, 5 people around her have been given immunity, to include her former chief of staff. When you are given immunity, that means that you've probably committed a crime.
Okay, you got to keep that same energy at all times, Michael Flynn.
For one, you have to see me when you come to the window, so you better have the same energy.
That same energy. Please give Michael Flynn the biggest hee-haw, please.
The Breakfast Club.